All right, Miss Lainey, what are we gonna do? Can we just maybe move my AC tripod since I don't have a tripod? So I am working with Miss Lainey on her first place session. I almost need like more stuff going on, so that's why we have Birdie, our female, wandering around. Casey filming is gonna add a lot of nice distractions. She's one of those dogs where it's like, she's lazy. She's just like, yeah, I'll go through the motions. It's in those moments where it's like, I don't really feel like doing this anymore, that you'll notice her like disconnecting or being like, I'm just gonna step off. But otherwise it's like kind of hard to get her to like make mistakes because she's so lazy. So when I guide her onto the bed, she's just like, I'll lay down. So I'm gonna have to add in more distractions. What I'm doing with just her, or with her right now, is just have her on her prong collar. So I really need her leash manners in response to leash pressure to be super solid, specifically for her owner. Obviously I want that with all dogs and owners, but her owner is going to be 69, still very young at heart, young in age as well, but she's had some health issues with her shoulders. She had a surgery on her left-hand shoulder, got pulled down by this big girl because of her like random reactivity, injured this shoulder. So really her strong arm right now is her left, which is going to be beneficial from a standpoint that's where we teach our leash stuff. But I also think that there might be some struggles potentially with e-collar of the buttons, if her arm potentially has to be in a sling. So I'm really focusing on leash work with her. So that's why you'll see me just doing prong body guidance work with her today. So my focus is place, but it's really not even just about like getting onto this bed. That's been easy peasy for her. It's, can we stay somewhere we're being asked to stay? And that's about it. That's what I'm looking for here. So Birdie's gonna be a nice distraction just from a standpoint if she doesn't care about the other dogs, but she will constantly want to go clean up what Lainey potentially drops from a standpoint of food. And then I will have to add in tougher distractions to even get Lainey to make some mistakes. But she is definitely a dog that would love to engage elsewhere versus the work. And her being an almost 6-year-old girl, being a little bit more of an independent breed, used to being a pretty chill dog around the house, does not totally surprise me. Excuse me, ma'am, I'm gonna need that bed. Oh, she's like, I'm here, do I get fed? All right, so just gonna work on that and see what we get. Birdie, go on. Good job. So if I'm working with a dog that's new to place and she's a little bit bigger, the bed's a tad bit smaller, I like to target it the long way. I find it makes it easier for dogs to target it. Place, pressure's released. Good, and I will reward. I did a few reps of this prior to Casey starting to film, just because I had to keep on with my day. I couldn't wait for my, what would you call it, paparazzi. Good. I'm gonna toss this piece of food for Birdie and reward Lainey. Good. Lainey, good. See right there, she went to go forward. If you were doing this with your dog at home, let them make the mistake. That's what I see owners like not do enough of. If it's in a safe environment for your dog to make mistakes, let them make mistakes. All I would have done is if she did go to step off, I would have guided her back on. Good, but I'm gonna reward her for that decision. I'm gonna get her moving because there's a bee by us. Lainey, break. Good job, Bubba. That's my Lainey. That's my Lainey. Good. I have to do a lot of baby talking with her, but she likes it because she's so slow moving. She's like, meh, 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 meh. Targeting, pressure's going on. Place, pressure's off. All 4 paws are on, pressure comes off. This is the same thing if you're doing e-collar, if you're doing tone to guide them on, or leash. You will just notice that if I'm doing e-collar work for this, I'm using way less leash. Good. Birdie, go on. Good. So again, I have a dog around that I'm using. Shh. Guiding back on, place. Good. Shh. Pressure. Good. That same thing if she was to go step off, if I was using the e-collar, continuous low pressure on until her paw's back on. Good. But again, don't be using, like if you have another dog in your home, but you can't direct them away and you're trying to use it as a distraction, that's not gonna work. You need to be able to give that dog direction or put them on a tie back or something. I mean, she's so cute. I gotta toss her a treat, right? It only makes sense. Yeah, missed it. Good. Good girl. Shh, shh, shh. Good, that was all spatial pressure there. Good. I want her to be able to respond to both. That's my girl. That's my girl. Good. Shh. Shh. Good. I will reward for this because she's responding beautifully to the information I'm giving her. This is all brand new. So it's not that like you only get rewards when you go on. It's also if you can really bounce back from the response to my, nope, that's not what I was looking for. And yes, that is what I was looking for. Good girl. Lainey. Good. Lainey, break. But I'm also not rewarding for everything. Good. Okay, let's go from a different angle. So usually if I go this direction, it's a little bit more challenging for the dog. Place. Good, Lainey. Good girl. Beep. Good. Can we just talk about my little dog running around back here? Good, Lainey. That brings me so much joy. I hope you guys know. Just like, did you lose it? Oh, she said she'll find it. She said, don't worry, Mom, I'll find it. Good. Lainey, break. Good job. Lainey, let's go. Yeah. 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 Place. Good. She is known to being quite stubborn at home. I think it's partially she is just very lazy, but then yes, she does like things to be her way, but she's very submissive about it. She's sneaky about it. She's not outwardly like demanding like Mr. Bo, who we have in right now. He'll let you know if there's like something he wants and he's like not pleased about it. She's more like I'd rather go over there, so I'm just gonna wander on over there. Or I don't wanna lay down right here, I'm gonna get up. She's not as like forward and reactive about it. Good girl. There's my girl. There's my girl. Good job, Lainey. Good, I'll reward for that. Do you guys see how I really try to, obviously this is a training session, but I'm like trying to make it organic. Like I want her to have to be able to handle real life distractions. Say this was, you had another dog in the home, you're giving that dog affection. We don't want that to mean her rushing off to go seek that attention. Or I need to drop the leash because someone knocked at the door. I want to be able to do that kind of stuff within the training session. Good. Because it's just so much more realistic than in a quiet space, rep after rep. I want to add in distractions. Shh, shh. Good. My shh, shh is a little bit of kind of like my, nope, that's not what I was looking for. Like some people go, I do more of my shush stuff. Go, Beeb. You don't need to be that close. Good. Lainey, break. That's a good job. Let's go. Good. Birdie, go. Place. Good. Watch the subtle changes, good, in my body language. I'm starting to continue to guide her to place, but I'm not walking past it so much to give her such directional guidance. I want her to start to just look for that pointing, starting to connect it with that little bit of leash guidance, but everything's starting to layer a little softer, a little less information to see if she's starting to understand it. I bet you we're gonna have a hard time with you getting up out of your downs now. What I mean by that is she's probably not gonna wanna break. She's gonna be like, oh my gosh, we've done this. It's a little humid out. I'm tired, go, Beeb. Good. So I will bring some energy to the equation because I can tell she needs a little energy. Lainey, break. Keeping that pressure on. Break. Come on, girl. She needs to, good job, good. That's where a lot of owners stop, is you have to give her information. I'm guessing that in the past, her putting her like brakes on has worked for her, okay? So she's not doing anything bad. She's not being naughty. She's just like, I'm done. Go, bird. Lainey, place. So we'll see if we're gonna have to navigate that again. Good. Bye-bye. Good job. Good. It's probably gonna be mainly just when she's in a down. Lainey, I want her to look to me. She's like, I'm done working. Break. Good job, honey. Good. Take another lap. Good. Good job. I'm gonna start doing a little bit of stuff of like rewarding off of place. Sit. Good. Watch how dramatic I was about that leash pressure. That was intentional so that you guys could see that. Pressure on, pressure off. The reason I said I want to do a couple of things of rewarding off of the place bed is that's where she's finding she's getting her snacks every time. She's like, why should I get off? I should just chill. So with some of my really lazy dogs that are just like, I'm going to stay put, I'll start to do some stuff around the place bed because it'll usually motivate them to want to get up a little bit more. I'll obviously follow through, keep that pressure on if I need to. But if I can work with the fact that she's just a lazy girl, of course I'm going to do that. Good. Nope. Sit. Good. All spatial pressure there. Because again, this isn't a dog that doesn't know how to sit. This is a 6-year-old-ish dog that knows a lot of those things. She just can have her moments of being like listening, responding, gone. Good. I'm going to see if I can do it from a sit to place. Lainey, place. She needs a little bit more help. A little more guidance. Good. Notice how I didn't what's the word I'm looking for? Repeat what I was asking for. I said the verbal, I followed through, marked it. If it's like a super long time, it's like, oh, she's just not getting it, I would potentially repeat it. So don't like freak out if you're repeating something, but don't be like, place, 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 place. She needs that directional guidance first, then the marker. I think humans get a little confused of thinking that dogs come out understanding if we're just like, no barks, or like, sit there, stay. It's like we have to pattern that with reinforcements, whether that's, letting them know, nope, that's not what we're looking for, or yes, that is what we're looking for. Good. Okay, are you gonna make this one hard for me? Lainey, break. Good girl, not as bad, we'll take it. If you need any tips for content creation, there you go, it's right there. I've got it. BB, go on. Lainey, place. Today, Junior. Good. Good. I was afraid of the bee. Good. Lainey. Wait for that attentiveness. Break. Good. So many people are just trying to go through the motions, move quickly with their dog. And I get it. You guys are like usually training in pockets of time that you have, but I would rather you spend that 15 minutes of being intentional with the connection with your dog than just like rep after rep. Okay, we're getting tired, but I got to add in some more distractions. Place. Good. Good girl. Meanwhile, Bo, the other guy, we got to slow him down. We don't need to slow Lainey down. So what I'm going to do real quick is, Casey, while I'm grabbing another leash, can you just hold on to her leash because I'm not quite ready to drop it without having her on a tie back. Stay. I'm going to grab another leash. Hang tight, hang tight. Birdie, come here. Place. Good. I'm going to hook her up so that she's on a tie back. So sometimes I'll just hook another leash on to one another. Or you can get a long line, whatever. Is this gonna reach? Always move the bed. Well, we'll just have that right there for right now. Okay, so what I want to do here is, again, I'm not doing e-collar work with her right now, so I am going to need more leash, so that's why I added to the leash in case I need to like grab it. If she does go to like bolt, I'd be kind of surprised because I haven't seen her move quickly yet. But I want to add in a little bit tougher distractions for her. So we'll see if toys do it at all for her. Oh, someone broke the squeaky in this one. Good. Let her make a mistake. Good. I don't care if she's in a sit, if she's standing, she's in a down. This is just about staying on that spot for right now. Shh. Shh. I'm not freaking out. Place. Good. Do you see that? That's what's important is like, again, I put her on a longer leash so I could do it. If that was something I really don't want her putting in her mouth, I would be mindful of that. But If you have any sort of reactive behavior coming from your dog and you meet it with reactive behavior, you're just going to continue to struggle. So I let her make the mistake. I did my as like my that's not what I'm looking for. Guided her back on. Good. And I'll reward for that. And I'm going to do it again. And I'm going to come from different angles. A lot of training is just generalizing what you're teaching. So good. So meaning even me, throwing from a different spot is going to feel different for her. It's creating different pictures. So you're not going to see me doing the same thing of me coming over here over and over again. If I find a dog is really struggling with that one thing, I might get that context of it cleared up first before switching positions. But I almost have to work hard to get her to make some mistakes. So I'm going to mix things up right away with her. Good. She's more concerned about it flying over her head. She's like, "Roo." Good girl. So if you're doing this kind of stuff at home with your dog, what I want you to think about is let them make mistakes, set it up so that they can make mistakes. Don't be afraid to add in distractions right away. I know some people will teach it where it's like, do so many reps before you even move to the next thing. But I would honestly rather like see what kind of mistakes, if you will, they're going to offer me right off the bat. And then the most important part, once you're throwing in some distractions, is this, that little bit of like marinating, duration time on place or in the sit stay, whatever you're having the dog work on, and just let them kind of feel that work. So I always like to sandwich that active time with downtime as well. So with her, that downtime is going to look a little bit longer than probably her active time because she does tire more quickly, and that's okay. That's the dog that she is. So if you have any questions on this whatsoever, please feel free to let us know, and I hope this was helpful.